MESA, a vital link to international service. Service to others is a central theme of all actions throughout Rotary. Service to our communities, service to our country, and service to others throughout the world. This program presents the story of MESA and to how it serves as a vital link to Rotary clubs to facilitate international service. MESA stands for Medical Equipment and Supplies Abroad. As you will see, however, MESA is much more than that. It all began in 1981 when District Governor-elect Bob Cook II met the new district governor from Pakistan. This was the time when Russia was invading Afghanistan and the Pakistanis wanted help for Afghan refugees pouring into his country. However, during his visits to clubs throughout District 6600, he discovered that in most clubs members knew of valuable medical equipment sitting unused in storage rooms of local hospitals. While Central America has been a focal point for shipments, MESA has a rich history of shipping equipment and supplies throughout the world. The map here shows you how far-reaching this arm of Rotary District 6600 has been. The number of containers shipped is in the hundreds, and nearly 100 emergency vehicles have found their way to serve in foreign lands. So what does MESA really do? As mentioned earlier, MESA is the link for Rotary between the needs in other areas and resources we have in ours. Let's take a closer look at how that link works. The schematic shown here illustrates how it is the Rotary Club or district in the foreign land that identifies the needs in their area. That foreign Rotary Club or district informs MESA of those needs. Typical needs of health, education, hunger, economy, and water are most often found. Rotary clubs in District 6600 discover resources in their areas like medical and dental equipment, school furniture, and emergency vehicles. Then MESA goes to work at matching up resources with needs and finding a way to have them delivered. Sounds easy, right? Let's follow a scenario to see how simple this is. Say a hospital in Central America needs to set up an emergency room and local Rotarians let MESA know of that need. And say a hospital in our district is remodeling and has some furniture and gurneys to donate.
Some friends of mine who are into cycling asked me to sponsor them for a ride that was raising funds through the Rotary for something called MESA. And so once I offered to make a donation, they gave me their brochure, and I found out that the ride is all about getting money to sponsor medical equipment being shipped to underprivileged countries. So I brought this to the attention of the management at the place where I work. Being in the medical field, we had some extra medical equipment laying around, and we were able to donate an older model of an ultrasound machine like this one. And the MESA project made it possible for that to be sent to the Honduras to be used in a hospital there.
We have numerous members that work here at the hospital. They're members of the local Rotary Club, and I guess another part of our mission is if we have things that we can pass on to other people around the world in helping with that healthcare mission and to keeping people healthy, we like to do that. So contributing stuff to MESA is part of our mission and helping out the cause around the world.
A team from our district works to load these items onto a truck. At least half a dozen people spend an hour doing this. The truck brings the items to the MESA warehouse in Findlay, where another team of Rotarians and Roto actors unload the truck and position the items in the warehouse. Some may be destined for the hospital in Central America. Other items may be targeted to go elsewhere. After MESA decides enough items have been accumulated to warrant the shipment to Central America location, arrangements are made for a shipping container to be dropped off. Another team of Rotarians will carefully load the container. To be efficient, every available space will be packed with items of value to the target area. Clothing and shoes are packed around equipment for protection during shipment. A hauler will take the container to a seaport on either the east or west coast, depending on which country is the destination. Once arriving in Central America, the container must be removed from the ship. From there it will go to a warehouse where the container is unloaded by local Rotarians. From the warehouse, goods will be distributed as determined by the local Rotary Club. One shipment of goods might go to serve a variety of needs to different projects. Here we show the delivery of the ultrasound machine from Medina and some of the cribs from our district. This entire sequence from donor to recipient can take many months, and any one item might be handled by dozens of people and will usually travel thousands of miles. As you can imagine, this process is not simple. Now think back how this has been occurring since 1982, and shipments have been made to 34 different countries. Recently, a team went to Honduras to discover more about this process and to see firsthand some of the recent projects sponsored by our district and to see what kind of needs exist. To the northwest area around San Pedro Sula, the second largest city in Honduras, about the size of Cleveland. The military hospital was recently constructed for the purpose of providing health care to retired military personnel and poor residents. The hospital administrator gratefully relates the help MESA has been in providing beds and surgery room equipment to the facility.
For us, it's been a great help. Before, without the beds, we would not be able to use this area.
This has been an ongoing project between MESA and the Usula Rotary Club. Soon this hospital will be serving dozens of patients a day with beds, surgery, equipment, and x-ray machines that have mostly come from our area. A few years ago, relationships were formed with the city of Santa Cruz. The city was in dire need of a medical clinic with an emphasis on obstetrics and gynecology. The city donated the building and land, and local projects helped to fund the renovation of building, transforming it into an attractive and functional facility. Building additions are being made for laundry and x-ray, plus an improved waiting room. The transformation went beyond these walls, however, because the clinic brought with it a new interest and hope in an area that was deteriorating rapidly. Now, as the early phase of the building rehab nears completion, residents have new hope for their city. MESA has aided in the delivery of over $300,000 worth of hospital and office equipment to help run the clinic. The Dental College of the National University was able to open in 2010 with an initial enrollment of 800 students. 24 dental chairs were donated from the Rotary in Monroe, Michigan, but the shipment was delivered and coordinated through the efforts of MESA. The college will continue to be a target for MESA as the tools and other equipment are still needed for the students to use as they learn their skills. The large hospital in El Progreso is a relatively new recipient of MESA efforts. So far, some beds, trays, and chairs have been delivered, but more items will be targeted for here as they become available and shipments can be arranged. This hospital has much potential for services to a large area in this part of Honduras. While the main structure is here, the facility is in great need of furniture, equipment, and supplies of every nature. The La Pradera School project is a good example of how people who are determined to make a difference can really do that. The Rotary Club of Swanton discovered the need here and decided to make the school a hands-on project for their club. The La Pradera School project is a good example of how people who are determined to make a difference can really do that. The Rotary Club of Swanton discovered the need here and decided to make the school a hands-on project for their club. A group of 16 Swanton Rotarians worked with the local Usula Rotary Club and made some significant changes for the school and children. In the first year, they created a latrine, installed ceiling fans and lights, plus painted the walls inside and out. The second year, they returned to build this perimeter wall that provides security for the children and teachers. They also brought down clothing for 2 orphanages, plus toys and teaching materials for the children and families. Perhaps more important than anything else, though, is the lasting impression these Ohioans left in Honduras. The Swanton Rotary left a legacy of trust and caring, paving the way for many future projects in a land of tremendous need. Only a few blocks away from the La Pradera School is a Sirocco School in a densely populated city. Local efforts have made a small dent in fulfilling the needs here, but recent private funding has gone into building a new school that hopefully will be finished soon. When the new building is completed, it will need furniture and teaching materials. The new school presents itself as a good future project. Another potential project of interest is the Alpha and Omega School in Choloma. After storms destroyed the previous building, some progress has been made in rebuilding and improving the structure. But to get more local students to attend, they will need to build more classrooms, improve the latrine that serves over 150 students and teachers, improve the water system, and make a useful playground for the children. These projects are impressive in their scope and the promise of what differences they can make for the future. Consider that the projects shown here were only from a small area in Honduras. Then consider the extent of the need in so many other areas throughout Central America, South America, Africa, and Asia. One of the purposes of this presentation was to let you know how MESA provides a link between Rotary clubs in District 6600 and those in other areas of the world. This link comes with a cost, as you can imagine. Most of MESA's expenses come from the warehouse used to store donated items, expenses for operating and maintaining the MESA truck, and costs for shipping containers to destinations of need. The project has only one part-time paid employee, so other manpower is provided by volunteers. How does MESA raise the necessary funds to keep it going? Each Rotary Club in District 6600 is asked to provide an amount of $6 per member to help fund MESA. Many clubs do this regularly. Some funds are raised through corporate and individual donations, and occasionally grants become available to help out. In addition to monetary donations to MESA, there are other ways for clubs and individuals to become involved. Local clubs can help in locating resources in your community. There is always the need for equipment and furniture and other items. These should be in good working condition. MESA and the recipients do not have the ability to repair broken equipment. Operating manuals are important for most equipment also. You saw how trucks and containers need to be loaded. Clubs can help out here. Just contact the MESA office to see when and where this help is needed. This can be a fun way for your club to help. If your club is interested in a hands-on project, large or small, MESA can help you find a project to work on. This might include working with another club or two if the project is sizable. These usually take a while to plan out because of the many details to work on. To get it started, all you need to do is contact MESA. An excellent way to discover projects is for members from your club to attend Uniendo America, a project fair held annually in January in Central America. There you can make contacts with Rotarians from all over to get the ball rolling. Each year since 2005, our district has held MESA Bike Tour. This is an excellent way for your club to celebrate all that MESA does. Held the second week in July, the main focus of the bike tour is to raise funds for MESA, but it also serves as a way to help your club focus more on the project. You may have members who are interested in riding in the tour for a day or for the entire week. The tour tries to visit about 1/3 of the clubs in the district each year, and your club can serve by hosting the riders overnight or for a rest stop during the tour week. The Rotarians of District 6600 can be proud of MESA and its 30-year history. The good it has done for people in need throughout the world is remarkable. When local Rotarians become involved with serving people in other countries, they are changed forever. MESA can be your link to service above self.